Amazon doesn't want you to think of its latest device, the Kindle Fire HD, as merely an Android tablet. Rather, it wants you to think of it as a service, a means by which you can get all of Amazon's content in one place, an easy to find and intuitive interface. Before we get to that though, let's take a quick look at the hardware. Here we have the Kindle Fire HD sitting next to the Google Nexus 7. As you can see, the Fire HD is a little bit wider. Its bezel is about 1/2 an inch on each side, which is a bit thicker than the Nexus 7. Judging by the placement of the camera right here on the top, you can see that the Kindle Fire HD is meant to really be held in landscape mode, as opposed to the Nexus 7, which is more of a portrait orientation. If we look on the side here, there's a tiny little power button and 2 tiny volume controls, which were fairly easy to press, and it definitely is an improvement over the original Fire, which didn't have volume controls at all. On the bottom here is a micro HD and a micro HDMI port, so you can output content to a larger screen TV. And on the back here, you can see it's got a soft touch rubber and 2 speakers, which kicked out a lot of sound. We were very impressed with the audio that came from this device. So going back here to the home screen, it's very bright. It's got a resolution of 1280 by 800, which is the same as the Nexus 7. On board, there's 16 gigabytes of storage in the base model, same as the Nexus 7. The only thing we wish it had was an SD card slot. There's no way to add storage to this thing, and you can run out fairly quickly, especially if you're downloading high-definition content. Now let's take a look at the tablet interface itself. As you can see, it's a little bit slicker than the original Kindle Fire. Gone is the sort of wood grain bookshelf in the back, and now it's just 2 rows of content here. As you can see on the top row here is the stuff that you already have on the device itself, and right below it, it'll show you other suggested content that's related to that. So for example, we have the Hunger Games downloaded, and below here it shows us other movies that we might find interesting as well. If we switch, say, to a book, we just have to scroll over to one. It will also show us books below here that might also appeal to us. You can see up the top here, the interface has a few tabs at the top to go to the different categories. At the very front is the shop one, and that now integrates all the different stores. So you can, from this one place here, you can go look for books, music, videos, newsstand, apps, and so forth. It's nice that they've integrated it all into one place. Along the bottom here, you can see there's a home button, a back, and here's the little button for favorites, which you can bring up at any time, and it shows you certain items that you can favorite, be it books, apps, email, or even the web browser. And it's nice, you can just zip it away just like that. Amazon also added a few features within some of the content itself to let you get more out of it. For example, if we go into a movie, you'll see that this little screen here pops up. This is called X-ray. And let me pause this for a second. And this is, you'll find this feature within certain movies as well as some books as well. So as you're going through the movie, for example, it shows you in this little screen here all the characters who are on screen or near screen at the given time. So for example, we can see here's Elizabeth Banks, and there's Woody Harrelson as well. And if you click on one of these people, it'll bring up their IMDb bio as well, and all their pertinent information. It's nice to have on hand, especially if you don't know, for example, who a certain character is. It's a neat little feature, and it goes away, once you touch the screen. And here's an example of the X-ray feature within books. Say if you tap the screen here, it'll bring up X-ray at the top here, and here it shows all the different characters in the book, and if you select one, it'll show you different places where that character is referenced within the book. And it even shows you here as well, and then not just in the book itself, but then you can also go to Shelfari, which is Amazon's sort of version of their own Wikipedia, and it'll give you more information about that character. It's kind of a neat little feature that we think it will come in handy, especially in terms of reference books, not necessarily fiction, but if you're looking up different terms and things like that, it can definitely be of use. Now, actually, you can see we're in the browser itself, and this too has a slightly slicker interface than before. As you can see, here's a bunch of little thumbnails for different sites. We can pop one open, and over here there are various controls for the interface itself. Sometimes it's slower than others, but here you can see there's the settings and downloads and all those other things. Overall, it looks pretty nice. This higher resolution screen definitely is an improvement. It's brighter than the Nexus 7, but we found the two to be just as crisp as each other. Another thing that got updated on the Kindle Fire HD is the email app. So by opening this, you can see that it combines your email. You can have several email accounts over here, and you can take a quick look at them. Or on this side here, it gives you the a quick line of each one, and then if you select it, everything shifts over, and then you can read the full email. And then scrolling down here, it also handles attachments very well. Here's a photo that we have of a barn, and it popped it up fairly quickly, and then we just go back. And then we also like the fact that it imported all of our Gmail contacts as soon as we synced up our account. It's a lot more attractive, actually, than the original interface, the original email interface on the Kindle Fire. So that was a quick look at the Amazon Kindle Fire HD. Overall, it's a fantastic device for those who consume and get a lot of their content from Amazon itself. The device itself costs $199 for the 16 gigabyte version, and if you purchase this, you get a free month of Amazon Prime membership, which lets you stream certain movies for free, as well as get certain books from the Amazon Lending Library, and you get free shipping, free 2-day shipping as well. Normally, Amazon Prime membership costs $80 a year. Overall, this is, as we said, it's a great device for those who consume a lot of their content just from Amazon itself. If you're looking for a more pure Android experience, though, you'd want to still go with the Nexus 7, which offers a much wider selection of apps, as well as other features such as the Chrome browser and the Google Play Store. Overall, though, this is a worthy successor to the original Kindle Fire. This is Mike Prospero for Laptop Magazine.